Now, for all of those of you driving, please be careful. Okay. I know I'm like such an amazing presenter that you're going to be so focused on me, and I don't want you to wreck. Okay. So, nobody wrecking. Pay attention to the road. Thank you very much. All right. So, we've had a lot of updates this week. I'm sure you guys are all like, whoa, what is happening at Spiro? I'm also like, whoa, what is happening at Spiro? So I will let you guys know on Monday at 2:30, Todd told me that we were going to go live with Auto HDR 9 a.m. Tuesday morning. So that was my notice that we were going to go ahead live. We were going to go live in April, but he was so excited and it was working so well. He wanted to go ahead and get that in your hands. So if there's been a little rough part of communication or kind of figuring this out this week, you can blame Todd 100%. No, I'm kidding. But I have asked him next time to allow me to do a product launch so that way I'm not up till midnight making marketing materials. So you guys can all pick on Todd for me. That'll be great. All right. So what I want to do is really, since this topic is order pages, pricing, all those things, I want to go through some of the new order page stuff and the landing stuff with you. Again, this is being recorded and I will be able to get it out. If not this weekend, definitely on Monday, I'll get it out to the YouTube channel and get it out there. By the way, that is where I am putting all of our classes, is out in the YouTube channel, the Spiro Media YouTube channel. We also have the podcast there. So if you haven't listened to the podcast, you can also do that, or watch or listen, whatever you choose to do. So let me minimize that and get going here. So we have added, if you look in the shopping cart section of Spiro, we've added this fun landing page section. And now in our order carts too, on our order pages, there's different things that we can do here. So I have a page made up and have worked on this. This is our test account that we use. You might notice some of this, Todd uses it as well when he does all of the videos and articles. So I have prepared an order page and I've updated some thumbnails and done some fun stuff and added some tags and things like that, so we can kind of take a look at what they are. So first things first, I just want to show you when you edit a bundle. And remember, guys, a bundle can also be one service, right? In our world, it just essentially means it's a card, an order card on your website for somebody to click and select the product and order. So through here, now you have a card setup guideline. And so you can select the size, small, medium, or large of the card. You can also add up to 5 images and up to a video when you are doing the bundle card. All right. So with the video, you just input a URL, video URL link here, and then that will embed the video. And the video will take primary position on the order page. So of course the video will be playing and it will show, and then they can toggle to the photo or whatever else is there. Okay. You can also set up a tag, and you can edit the color, the background color and the text color of that tag. So you can create one, you can create its icon. If you need to edit the tag now, you can edit. We did push this out, and at first you couldn't edit the tag. I was like, guys, help, I can't edit this. So they fixed that pretty quickly. And then of course you have your included services. I'm going to give you a small warning right now that if you change your included services, it rearranges any photos you have. So if you had 2 photos, it for some reason rearranges. I just told Todd this about an hour ago. So hopefully by Monday that'll actually be fixed. But just to warn you, for some reason the code is making that photo change. So we'll get that fixed up. And then, of course, we added this on our last update, this delivery option. So if you do headshots and you don't want to include the website in your delivery or the download page in your delivery, you can choose which one you want on for that product. Then, of course, you've got your pricing, on-site duration, add-ons, so forth, all of the same items. Okay. So let me just double check chat and make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, perfect. So that is that. And then now if we view this order page, now we can see I had the 2 medium cards selected. We see our video playing first and our nice little arrow that I could get to the other photo, and the video is still playing there. We have all of our products showing now, which is great. So every product that you have in that bundle will show. We see our Essentials Plus here. We can go forward and we can see any of the other photos that we've added. Like I said, for the moment, you can add up to 5. And then I have the large card here. We've got our luxury listing tag, save 20%, save 100. I know many of you have asked about changing the color of this, and I know Todd has submitted, and hopefully we can get that out in our next update to you guys, where you can change the color of that section there. So then we scroll down, and then now I just have some small cards. Now what I want you to notice here is this one's kind of grainy. That one looks great. We are working on this. I have created specs for you guys. If you go to the knowledge base, we have a nice little thumb card spec in here. So the large card is 1,000 pixels by 184, and then they shorten as they go. What I'm noticing right now is if you use the correct sizing for the image, the card that you're using. So if you're using a small card, then you can create a thumbnail that's 325 by 184. You can also then create a medium card and a large card. Now that's annoying. We know that. Our goal is that you can just create the large card, put it in, and then that will go accordingly and make every image look good. So again, that's something we will get fixed. But if you're going to change this stuff this weekend and you want it to look great, then please keep this on mind. What this safe zone is, this means that the words, kind of like if you've done a Facebook cover page, there's a section of that only the words are going to show on mobile. So this kind of gives you that. You want to keep any words within this range of the large card. So what I did is I just went to Canva. If you guys know how to use Canva, I created a 325 by 184, and then I resized those into a 495 by 184, and then I resized those into 1,000 by 184, and then I had every image I needed that I was going to throw in for my thumbnail. Little bit of work, and we will get that removed, but that was just an easy way to do that. I do have these sized as templates, and you know what, maybe I will do that. I will add template sizes to Canva into this document, into this article. It probably won't happen until Monday, but I will get some Canva templates in there for you guys. So I don't have Lovey this afternoon, guys. So if you know me and you know Lovey, she is my right-hand woman, probably my left hand as well. And she's off the rest of the afternoon. So I need a little bit of time to get this stuff done. Alrighty. So now we see we can kind of scroll through and we have our nice variety of sizes and so forth. Don't forget that for branding, you guys still can go to settings, and we had some updated branding options in our last update. So if you go to my company and you go to your branding, you can make your primary color. You can change the background image or color. You can have a web app logo. So that'll be that little logo that kind of shows up here. You can also have the pages, so the tabs, say what name they are. So right now we see this as admin portal. So you can, for the single property website, the download page, and the live tracker, so your consumer facing items, if you wanted to call that, you know, order page, it would say order page up here. So that is what those are for. So, and that went live last month on the updates. So, all right, let's get back to the order pages here. I think that's it. Are there any, let me stop and ask if there's any questions. Yep, I've got one in the chat. Okay, let's see. Will a text description of the bundles eventually be included with the individual service viewed on the cards? That's actually a great question, Jason. So instead of doing view more to get the rest of the description, well, let's test because I don't think we have any descriptions in here. So let's just do a live test. Let's check it out. I just think we've been lazy and we didn't put any descriptions. Yeah, so let's see here. Get what you need for every listing with video and photos. All righty, let's save. And close. And we will refresh the order page. And see. View more. Yeah, so you do have to view more. All right, I will note that, Jason. That's actually a great idea. We will get the description showing on that front card as well. What I know about software is that sometimes I think it's easy and it's not so easy. So I'm not a designer and I will need to get with the designer. I also know that might make us limit some characters here if we choose to have it on the front card. So, but I will definitely put that through. And that is a great question, Jason. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. Okay. All right. So sorry, I keep having to move us here. There we go. I'll just do that. Okay. So now what's really nice and what everybody's been excited for is the landing pages. So now you can create a landing page, and on that landing page, you can link order pages to it. So I just easily just linked that order page there. Let me go back and turn another order page on just to give us another one to link there. Now, what people are mainly using this for is if they want a landing page for people to then look at commercial, residential, headshots, or Airbnb and click on that to go then to the next order page. Also, if you're just not really wanting to create a website and you're wanting to use a landing page and use that, that is great. Now, I will tell you, landing pages will get white labeled. We are working on adding that white labeling to the my company settings so that you can white label that landing page as well. So until then, you could use a QR code again if we hit view. Don't mind me, I have a crazy picture back there. Just I was trying to show that you could have a picture. But you can take this link, make a QR code, right? Put that anywhere you want on any marketing items, and then somebody can just scan it and get right to your landing page. So here we are back at landing page. We are going to edit and we're going to link that other order page I took active on it. And then we're going to look at settings. So we can see where I put that background image in. I'm going to delete that for now so it's not so confusing. I'm going to make our background color just our blue color. I think if I remember the code right. Yep, there we go. We'll save that. So we have some other settings here so you can name it what you want. So we can name it order page. We can title it, you know, all services, whatever you want to title it. You can have a description, contact information there. You can make it a default landing page or not. You can make it active or not. We'll go through some of those settings. And then again, you can make the background color and primary colors there. So on the main page. So we can keep those, save changes. I'm going to close. And now we are going to view the account. Ooh, don't do dark blue or do white lettering. That is something to remember. Don't do white text and white background. You'll be frustrated because you can't see your text, and that's why. So that's happened before. We can also pick, I believe we can go through these and change the card size. I thought we could. So bear with me. I am still learning some of this stuff myself. This we cannot. I get. Let's see. I want to add another one. Let's add one more. Let's turn another one on. See what it looks like. Nothing like live demo play, right? All right, let's link another one. Bet you this will make it 3 small cards. Let's see. Yep. So then you got 3. So imagine you had 3 services, right? You had commercial real estate, residential real estate, and headshots. Then you would be able to have those here. A client could log in. When you pick your order page, you're going to choose, when you make that order page, what setting it has. Right here, you're going to pick if it is on the assignment type. So I want to talk through assignment type right now. And there's a great article for assignment type here, configuring assignment types of order pages. So again, I am in the actual order page setup. We have assignment type. We have these 3 types. Okay. They are anyone, which is like your default. Anyone with that link will have access to that order page. The user does not have to be assigned access for that page. So this order page will be linked on a landing page using that assignment type. So whatever the order page assignment is, when you put it on the landing page, if a client logs in, that client, if it's on anyone, would be able to access and use that page. New clients only. This is great. And I'm going to do a video on this. This is actually perfect for the Instagram method. So getting out there and offering free shoots to clients. So make sure that they only get that free shoot. And that after that, you can either assign them to your default page or to the page that works for them if you have a brokerage deal or a discount page. So only new clients will have access to that order page. So a current client would not be able to access it. And a new client is an agent who has not placed an order in your system. So you could upload their names and have them in as clients, but if they haven't actually ordered in your system, then you would be able to, or they would be able to access that page. Then the last type is only assigned users. So this is exactly if you have a brokerage deal and you only want the assigned users to be able to access that page. Outside of that, it will be restricted and other people will not be able to log into the page. So we've had this a lot. This has been requested so that people cannot see pricing until they get into a certain page. If you charge more for your Airbnb stuff because it's kind of a longer use item and it's a longer license use, which is valid, then you can do that. They will go to the page. If that is a open anyone assignment page, anyone would be able to see that pricing, but at least they're following a flow and getting in there. So that is how you set up and look at assignments on your order pages, as well as kind of looking at creating a landing page in Spiro. So again, all of these articles are right in the knowledge base, kind of walks you through what to do, what to edit if you desire, how to select branding, kind of everything we just did. You know, guys, you can't break this stuff and you can always make it inactive. So play around, see what you like. Maybe do a couple different types and send them out to your friends and see what looks good, see what feels good. Definitely, I think it's a great way to, you know, get some good feedback and decide to make some changes maybe before you want to put that stuff out there. So, all right, before I move on, any questions about what I have gone over so far? Okay. Again, feel free to ask questions anytime. Just throw them in the chat and I will get over to them. Alrighty. So, couple other things I want to go over just from the updates really quick, and then we'll get kind of back to pricing kind of strategies and things like that. I do want to remind you that we now have an opportunity for you to delete accounts. So if you have a bunch of photographers and you want to delete them, you can delete them now. So that way you can kind of clean up your system. you should be able to do, I believe, the same thing on the clients and companies. Let's see. Well, maybe not. Maybe not yet. It's coming. Will be coming. Let me see here. Yeah, you can delete an agent. So, oh, you got to delete all the agents first before the company. That's why I couldn't delete the company. So now you can delete an agent and they will no longer be in there. Now, the cool thing is if they order again, they'll just come back into your system. So it's not like that will hinder anything. They will just come right back in and be able to access everything. So that is deleting. The other thing, let's see. All right, let's go to photographers. This is cool. We got two things for photographers. Number one, working hours. All right. So if we are looking at Andy, the photographer, and we look at his working day and hours, you'll now see two different settings here. One is the start of day setting. So do you want your start of day to be the arrival time or the time you launch and leave your house? So what that means is if it's arrival time, that means your first appointment would be a 9 a.m. appointment, and you have to manage your own time to know that you have to be at that appointment at 9 a.m. If you want it to be your launch time and you don't want to leave your house till 9 a.m., then you want to select launch time. And then same thing at the end of day. Do you want that to be your get home time when you're done, when you finish the appointment, or the last appointment start time? So there's three options there. So again, if we do get home time and it's 5 o'clock, then the schedule is going to make sure that you get home by 5 o'clock. If it's the finish time of the appointment, then that is going to be that you finish that job at 5. And if it's the last appointment start time, then you will start that appointment at 5. We are all past daylight savings time. So I know many of us open up our schedules and we go a little bit later in the evening. So you might want to think through those nice options that can help you get home in time to get the media uploaded and off to all the other things to get them out to your clients. So number two is we have now our service areas can be done either by region or by photographer. So this should be exciting for a lot of people. They've wanted this for a long time. And so now we have it. So you would go to settings first, and then you would choose, is it region based, which is our default service, and you create services and assign photographers to that region. You still have some options to hide the initial trip fee pop-up or to enable the out of service area jobs. And then the other option is photographer based. So when you switch to photographer based, you are going to assign an area based around a photographer. So I'm going to leave this back on our region and close, but that is the other item for photographers that I wanted to point out that has been updated. All right, we have a question. One more question. I know you can add multiple photos. You can only add one video at the moment, Cameron. Good question, but I do think we will be pushing more options for video to have more than one video on a card. So sometimes we are better to start small, guys, with software to make sure things work than to add a lot and things break and you guys get really frustrated. So bear with us on that, Cameron, but I've already asked that question and that should be coming to add multiple videos. All right, good questions. Love it. Ask more if you guys need to. All right, so now let's see another thing. This is fun. I have made I think this is fun, but I don't know how, as an agent, I'm not concerned with it, but I know we have some agents in some areas that are concerned with this. But we now have the ability to add music on a property website page. Yes, yes, that is right. So music on our property website page. Let me get to one of these things that might have something in it. So now if we go to our property website editor, what I want you to notice is down here in website settings, we now have auto management. So you can have do not play, or you could select some fun Spiro music to be selected on that page. All right. You can even listen to it if you want to hear what that song sounds like. Now, what's really nice is this is also on the agent side as well. So, you can let your clients know they can have access to this and change it. But if you want to have a standard that you do not turn music on, then that can be your standard, and you can let the agents know that they can do this from their side of things as they can manage their property website pages and their design, their colors, and so forth. So yeah, music on that. I feel like we're going back to MySpace. If any of you are old enough to actually remember MySpace, that's where I feel like we're headed. So yes, Cameron. Yeah, we can't break the whole thing. You guys would be very upset. Definitely don't want to do that to you guys. All right. So that's the music, guys. Let me cross off what I have. Okay. Another thing I want to show you under services. Or was it on order pages? Let me see if it was. Oh, default page. Okay, sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to remember. Was here or on a service? Oh, and don't forget the services. You can add multiple photos now too. So when you're doing your add-ons, especially is when that'll matter, right? Or if you build your services again before you add them to the your order page, then those will carry through to that order page for you. Okay. But there's a rush option here that if you bear with me, I might actually have to look at the article myself. See, we all learn in real time too how to add rush service. Yes. So now you can add a rush service. So shopping cart services. Oh, wait a minute. This is an old article. No, this is this week. Oh, we toggle on. Okay, so there it is. Let me see. Let's go. So rush service. There it is. So right under general info, you have the option to mark if it's a rush service. And then what's really cool is if you have your workflows and tasks set up, then that is marked on your task manager as a rush service. So that it gives it kind of that tag, and you know that that is something that has been added to that order, and you need to do a rush service. So that is how you're able to definitely make sure you don't miss any of those and keep those. Here's that little rush order showed to you guys on your task manager page. So right there, boom, you know that that is a rush order, and that can help with just expediting any of those things. So just a kind of a easy use feature. I know WoW does a lot of rush orders, so they were probably really happy to get that implemented. So all right, let me check the chat again. Okay, there was one thing on an order page. There's an order gallery where you can add a photo. Where do you see that? I added stuff but didn't see any change. There's an order gallery. Order gallery. Cameron, I need a little more, dear. Order page. So on the settings. Okay, let's see here. All right, hang on, guys. I'm getting to the questions here. Default. Oh, I see your order page gallery. Todd didn't go over that one with me. I wonder if that just got. I might have to get back with you on Cameron. I will get back with you on that one. Page gallery. I didn't really notice that that was in settings. I think we're thinking future on that, Cameron, and we're already preparing to have a gallery meaning people have asked us a lot to have I think what we're doing is preparing to have a like portfolio on your order page. So I think that's what we're preparing for. I know that's been asked and it's in feature base a lot. I believe that is what it is, but I will get clarity around that, Cameron, and I will post that either in this video when I put it out or even just out in the Facebook channel and an email to you. So I will get to that. Okay. So let's see here. Get back up to Jason. This could be your settings making this happen, but you notice when you are placing an order for a client, it defaults to one order page. Yes. But it doesn't give you the option to get the other one. So you do have to give permission to see the other order pages, I believe, on a client. So let's see. Well, it might be an assignment type issue, Jason, now that I think about it. If the assignment, let's see. Yeah, the rental page assignment needs to be open to anyone as well. So that meaning when we went to that assignment type on the order page, under settings, anyone. So your rental page, if you want to make sure that anybody can access that, you want to put anyone on that. And then when the client logs in, they should be able to toggle in between those order pages, which would show basically over here, there'd be a box to switch to the different order pages. Let me know if that answers your question, Jason. And if you want a little one-on-one with that, I'm happy to reach out. Just say that in the chat and I'm happy to reach out with that. So yeah, I'll reach out to you, Jason. That works. Okay. All right. Hang tight. I'm coming up, Gregory. When can we get the duplicate address thing fixed on the property websites? Duplicate address thing. I need to know more, Greg. I don't know about the duplicate address thing. Do you want to come? You're welcome to come off mute too if you can.
I think that's right. I don't know if you can hear me properly. It's Mitch. I'm driving, but I think there's a setting in there on the back end. I was having the same issue, but you can change that through the back end settings where I think there's like a normal title for the web page, and then there's like a subtext title. So they both probably have the address in there. Is I think your problem.
Are you meaning like white labeling's done and then in the new branding section you added a title? And I guess I'm sorry, I'm really confused.
On the property website, I know what he's talking about. There's when it comes up like your title for the listing, when it pops up on your main photo sometime, well, when it did it for me at first, it popped up as two addresses, the same address twice. I think that's what he's talking about.
Okay, hang on a second. If I go to a property website.
But it's because the main heading and the subheading are both the address. So it's showing both the main heading and the subheading as the same address, and it's showing up twice. But that's you just delete the subheading or make it something else.
Okay. So you're meaning like if you're in the editor, like on the landing right here, the subtitle right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So I think what could happen too, maybe sometimes that happens if you don't have use the address as the title or you've put something in else to use as the title. I wonder if that happens too. So I'm going to dig into that a little bit more. So yeah, but I just want to make sure, yeah, it shouldn't duplicate for sure. So, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Sorry, I was like, wait a minute, I haven't heard that one. Okay, so we'll get Jason, I'll get with you. Okay, write these notes down so I do not forget, because I do not remember much without writing notes down anymore. So, okay. Okay, got those set. So are any other questions? Just let me know while we're going along here in the chat. Thank you guys for clearing that up.
Hey, Shannon.
Yeah.
Sorry. One more thing. I'm heading into the mountains here, so I wanted to get my question in before I potentially lose service. But
Yes.
it's on
Yeah.
pricing strategy.
Yes.
I've recently come across a couple agents who, like, right now I have my photos set to like a quantity, so they can order 20, 30, 40, or
Yep.
50. But some of my agents are saying like, hey, I just want to make sure that the whole house is shot. So can you just like give me different pricing based on square footage and just make sure the entire house is shot? Like, I don't want to have to worry about wondering how many, if I've ordered enough photos.
Yeah.
Have we come across this before? Like, what's your suggestion on that type
Yeah,
of?
this is one of my favorite topics to talk about, pricing, and probably the first spot I go, Mitch. So great work there. Good segue. So we have two philosophies in this business, right? Charge by photo count or charge by square feet. Wow has moved, they moved to square feet a long time ago. They actually do it, they used to do brokerage deals by list price. That was actually kind of interesting back then. But now everything is based on a square footage. And what Wow does is they shoot the appropriate amount of number of photos, meaning they actually overshoot a little. I think on average they deliver 38 photos, I think is the count. Last time Todd told me. And really, this is just a philosophy, right? It's just a matter of how do you want to operate your business. Neither is right or wrong. Me as an agent, I think a lot like that agent does, Mitch. Like, well, if I only get 25 photos, what 25 am I going to get? Now, some of our clients actually let the clients choose. They shoot 40, they send them like a Google Doc previously, a Google folder. They let them throw the approved ones that they want into an approved folder, and then those are the ones they choose. I would not do that. Like, that's fine for those that do. I'm not saying you're right, wrong, and different. In the timing of things, that to me seems exhausting and creates more work. So I'm all about efficiency. So that is kind of where you're kind of getting this. I mean, I think you all know agents feel and want control over the situation, the entire situation. And so when you're saying 30 photos or 40 photos, they might feel like they don't have control over getting what they want. And they just want to know that they're going to get everything they need to be able to list the property. So, but going off square feet is just a range that you can kind of almost take, about how many photos you're taking per couple thousand square feet in a house. And you could come up with some numbers that work well for you. And so for Wow, I think they go up to 2,000 square feet is their first cutoff. And then they go up about $50, about every 1,000 of 1,500 square feet from there. So just some different ways to do the math on that. And if anybody wants help doing math on that, I can definitely help. Just shoot me an email and I'm happy to walk you guys through that. Go ahead, Mitch.
So, yeah, follow up. I guess the idea is like, are you more concerned with like making sure your clients are super taken care of? But I guess the downside is it's much more difficult to upsell pictures after that because they just get everything that they need. So are there any more creative ways to kind of upsell on those I guess square footage packages?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question comes down to too, as a business, like, do you make more money upselling photos, or would you make more money upselling Zillow 3D or drone or
Sure.
other
Yeah,
other products, right? Like in the
that
grand
makes
scheme
sense.
of things, So it kind of just depends on, what you really want to focus on. I mean, Wow's essentials is video and photo. They really push video and photo as the minimum service. Now I know every market and is different, and some agents are a little bit more to video than others. I get that. So it just depends there. But I think they focus on, if they were to sell 30 photos and then sell an additional 5 for however much, the ROI on that isn't that great for them. So they would rather take care of the client, know, hey, you're going to get everything you need for the house and probably more. Probably won't use every photo that we give you. But hey, we have these other products that can help sell your listing, or, really, and you guys all know this, agents are getting marketing to, yes, sell a listing, but what they should be doing is getting great marketing to get the next listing, right? I can't go get a great listing if I don't have a great listing out there. Listings make babies. That is the real estate world. So, Mitch, I think it's just a matter of thinking about how you want to do that. I mean, you could still do your photo count, maybe do bundles of 5 or 10 as add-ons. And if they're worried, then say, hey, you know what, add on 10 more photos. And maybe just a nice outline out there of what you do take, and let your clients know, like, hey, if you do 25 photos, these are the essential shots I take. And then maybe you can have an add-on of detail shots that if they want more and they want to make sure they get the details, they can add the details on.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm leaning definitely more towards the square footage, just because I think it probably makes more sense, but was just curious as to kind of how you guys do it. But that answers my question. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And if you want to get on the phone with me anytime, Mitch, just just shoot me an email. Lovey will get you scheduled, and we'll get on the phone.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that's probably one of the biggest ones is, especially when we are setting people up, do I, new in the business, do I do square footage or do I do photo count? Eli they just go off photo count and that works, and that's great. And again, there's no right or wrong. It's just kind of how do you want to operate your business and what's the best ROI on that. Then when we think of strategies of just how to organize your page, there's the strategy of starting low and going high. There's a strategy of just starting high, going low. We actually had Jared from Norman and Young send us a great message. So we're going to try to figure out how to do this, but to A and B test order pages to where you would have two type, like the same products, but set up in a different way. And that as clients are ordering, like every other page is the other one. And so you can start to see what's ordered from A or B. We really like this idea. I'm not sure when we can implement it, but I think it would be really telling and provide you guys with a lot of data. I don't like making a lot of decisions without data. Data tells us what to do. Especially when it's pricing and psychological of pricing and all of those things. So just definitely keep an eye out for that, because I think when you can set up and choose to A/B test a couple pages, that'll give you guys a lot of information that'll be really good to know. So hold on, I'm just checking chat again really quick, guys, making sure I'm not missing anything, and it doesn't want to pop up. Yep, we got questions here. Okay, let's see. Oh, Cameron, I like this. For photo count, I would tell agent, feel free to order the higher count or the middle ground, and we can upgrade or downgrade you depending on what the property needs to make sure we get you the right package of your property covered. Or if you charge up front, tell the agents to order the package and we'll get you exactly what your property needs. Just a simple upgrade. Yep, I like that, Cameron. Good advice as well. My clients always expect get more photos than they expect, Gregory. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I think what's important in this stuff, guys, you all should have a Google sheet or an Excel sheet of every single product you have, what the costs are in that product to you, and then what your profit margin is, right? You need to make decisions based off profit margin and ROI. That is how you're going to drive the needle and drive an average order value in your business to what you want it to be. And will provide you guidance on what products to bundle together that you can maybe offer larger discounts on. So that is, if you don't have that document, start it now. And if you do have it, kudos to you and keep building to it. because that's going to help you create these bundles easier and to have these markers on save 100, save 20%. You know, we're excited to get these tags out and this different look and feel to kind of help see how this guides those average order values. The next thing we're going to make easier too for our next launch next month is add-ons. So we're going to be able to create groups of add-ons that you can then attach to different bundles to make the add-ons easier. This is just another area of the system that gets a little confusing and or clunky with, is it a linked service to in a service? Is it a linked add-on in a service, or is it just an optional add-on on an order page? So we are working on smoothing that process out as well. So that will be nice. As I multitask, I can't do too many things at once anymore, you know, it just doesn't happen. So again, your philosophies of kind of like, do you want to go high or low? I don't have a preference. I think most people kind of read, you know, left to right. Is that, yeah, left to right? And so lower, middle, high. I also think naming the products kind of matters. Like giving them like this essentials plus, luxury. If you have some sort of bundle that is high price, let them know that that is a bundle they need to be using if they have a luxury listing. You know, if I'm an agent and I go to order, I'm like, I have a luxury listing, bam, I want everything. I want to throw the kitchen sink at this sucker and really wow the client. So that is some of the psychological stuff. Colors have a psychology to them as well. Like, so you can Google the whole color psychology of sales. And, you know, red is a harsh color, green's a great color. You know, I like branding colors too. I'm a big brand person. So I do like the marketing aspect of this and creating the thumbnails and a look and feel that is to your brand. So when people go to your page, like they know that's you. And that is a lot of why we're kind of updating these order pages as well. More to come with them, because we know a lot of people have a different shopping style. A lot of people want to look different. We do have our own users in the same areas using Spiro. So we do want to help give you guys, you know, that kind of special look and feel. So we'll continue to work on this. But when it comes to pricing, again, you've got to really just understand the cost that you have. I also like to bury just photographer services. So my opinion is throwing this little lovely HDR photography or residential photography services a la carte all the way at the bottom of the order page. Because essentially that is someone going to order photo only is probably not going to do a lot of add-ons. They're probably just going to try to keep things as low cost as possible. So, all right. So Kim, high to low is better. I like that. All right, hold on, I gotta go back up. Okay, let's see. All right. So Kim, high to low is better, which is better add-on, which is a better add-on to basic package that doesn't cost much and has a value. Hold on, which is a better add-on basic package that doesn't cost much and has value. We only do flambient, so we price higher. Okay, that makes sense, Kim. But if you're asking kind of what is a better add-on to a basic package, I like to do add-ons based on ROI as well. So like if you do a Zillow 3D, that's 100% ROI to you, I would have that top. I also like to sandwich add-ons in pricing, meaning like have a couple higher to start and then a lower and then higher. So like I would do like a Zillow 3D and maybe like a premium floor plan, and then I would do virtual staging or a twilight. Again, kind of people see a product. The Zillow 3D stuff, you know, agents really want their properties viewed on Zillow a lot. So that is I think a great add-on. Yes, the agents can do that themselves, but the agents should be making calls and getting listings and not taking time. I don't even care if it's 10 minutes to do a scan because they need to be focused on other things. And since you're already going to be there, then you should be able to do that. And then you just got to kind of think through what are the products that do bring you those good ROIs and adding those to your packages. I also think only having about 10 to 12 add-ons is good, right? Agents typically don't scroll a lot. They don't read a lot. They're just kind of clicking buttons. And so have those products definitely at the higher end or the top of the page that you really want to sell. So, you know, and again, if we can test this stuff with A and B pages, I really would like that. Cause like I said, I don't really like to do a lot without having some good data. And you can run reports now, guys, over in your report section, on products, performances on your products. So you can do a bundle performance report and so forth and kind of see what's being service performance report as well, so you can see the add-ons and you can see what's being purchased. I think a lot of times we have products that we think are great but nobody ever buys them, so then are we not marketing them well? Are we not talking about them? Is it just something that nobody's really interested in? So this is where I say get in conversations with your agents, ask them what they're looking for, ask them what they like, and then you can definitely grow and build your add-ons from their feedback. So hope that helps there. All right, who else has questions? I know I went into a lot more like update items today because I thought it was super important to go through this stuff, since now we have all of these wonderful abilities to do this. I can't remember which page I was at. Yeah. Another thing with add-ons right now, guys, if you are going to play around and mess with them, I say just put them here in optional add-ons. And it's just because you can see them all at once. And remember, what is nice is when you add something as an optional add-on, as long as it's a fixed price, not variable, you can change the price. So if you offer drone at one rate, but as an add-on, it's a different rate, and you don't want to have two services, you could just have drone photography, and then you could just change the rate. So you can come over here, and what it's going to do is for that bundle, it would be that price only for that bundle. So that is a nice way to not have to duplicate a lot of services and just add them here. And then, like I said, you have the ability to move these around, put them in an order. And I just think right now it's easier to view them all at one spot versus the other place that you do this is over in your services, where you can have them linked services. So what a linked service means is anytime this 25 images, premium images, would be ordered, this virtual staging would show up in the add-ons. But then again, you have no ability to sort them. So this is not like what I said, we're going to get worked out and push through and change on how these are done, so it's smoother, easier. You can see them all in one spot and organize them the way you want to. So good. All right. Well, we're coming up on an hour. I'm happy to spend a little bit more time answering any general questions. If you want, we can dive into some more pricing stuff, but I'm happy to kind of create some documents and put them out there as well with some of the psychology stuff, and I can get that done and out with the class on Monday. So anybody have anything else they would like to ask? Can y'all believe it's March 14th? Tomorrow's the middle of the month. Hope everybody's businesses are really kicking up. We're seeing it in our numbers. Listings are definitely out there. I will be recording the first quarter market update podcast on March 28th. So that will come out that next week. If you are an avid Kim, yes, I'm going to push this video out on our YouTube channel on Monday, and also in our Facebook group. I will throw it out there that it's on YouTube. So absolutely. All of these are there. And if you go to YouTube, you can see any of the ones that Todd and I are doing right now. All right, let's see, Cameron. I wanted your thoughts on something I'm considering for my video packages. Ooh, okay. So you charge differently for horizontal versus vertical. Yep. But I'm thinking about simplifying. Okay. And just offer one flat rate for videos. and letting clients choose. Okay. Oh, I think that's absolutely fine. If you want it simplified and your ROI is good for either one and you're okay with that, I do see a lot of agents pushing more vertical stuff now because they're doing reels and things like that for marketing. Um, Outside of that, the horizontal is kind of like your normal little cinematic video tour that gets pushed out to, to everywhere, and that's what they're looking at. But the reels is what they want for the marketing side. And you could do that in questions, right? You could have your video and then ask a question. Do you want it horizontal or vertical? And you could even upsell if you did want to say it's $25 more for it to be vertical because you do have to, shoot it if they want it both ways. So there's a lot of different things to do there, Cameron, that you could set up with questions that would make it really easy as well. I think we're going to see vertical just continue to be used more, and horizontal kind of go away. But I'm a sucker for a nice horizontal video and uploading it to social media to get the most out of it, for the lovely algorithms. So I think it's up to you. If you feel like your ROI is there and you're okay to charge the same and just want to know what they want, I think as an agent perspective, I think it'd be great for me to choose that.
Yeah,
Hope that,
so can you hear me?
yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so my main thing there is like right now I have horizontal pricing, which is good ROI. And
Okay.
then for some reason, this industry that we are in decided that vertical videos are generally cheaper.
I know. It's
But it's the same exact value, it's the same shooting process, it's the same editing, everything.
I know.
And so I'm thinking about just getting rid of those cheaper reels and just simplifying it and add it's going to be better for me ROI and everything, but just either horizontal or vertical, and you just choose what you want.
What you want. No, I think it's great. I think you're right. For some reason I think it's because they think of them as reels, right? Like, oh, it's just easy. You just take that, horizontal, and no, it does not work that way. We actually have to shoot it differently.
Yeah.
uh yeah, that was, gosh, when I was actually the VP at Wow of sales, when people were begging for vertical. So that was over 4 years ago. They were begging for vertical. And I think just really in the last 2 years, it's really like people have been able to provide it. So I'm with you. Simplify your life. If it's a better ROI and you can make some money, they're not going to care. They're going to want it. And if they just have a choice to have it vertical, then they'll be happy.
Yeah. So just kind of get rid of that cheaper option,
Yeah.
which is not the best for me. I wanted to give my agents the option, price wise, but then I'm like, it's the same.
You give
It's
them
the
that
same.
option, they're going to choose cheap. You know that.
Yeah,
You know that.
exactly. Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
don't give them that option. Just that this is what it is. You've got to cut it one way or the other. Neither way is cheaper. And if they
Right.
ask you, say that, it neither way, it's just how I hold the camera changes. Everything else is still the same. So it still costs me the same money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if anything, the vertical could potentially give you more value
Or
on with marketing, on social media and everything. So,
yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah,
all
I
right,
think
cool.
you're on board. So all right.
Do you how do you guys do it at Wow?
So I think they package that a lot.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I don't pay a lot of attention to WoW's pricing. Isn't that terrible? I mean, I know most of it still because not, they haven't drastically changed pricing through the years. They kind of incrementally go up. You know how it is with agents. You can't
Yeah.
constantly change pricing. They will lose their minds. So I think the way they do that, I think it's like a 99 add-on for vertical, maybe right now. Now here, I will say that what will be game changer, Cameron? We're working on Merge Fleet being able to do branding. So like cutting a vertical video on Merge Fleet and then also being able to cut it with branding. Now that could make your editing costs go down when we're able to launch that. Because you for $10 could cut a branded and unbranded vertical. So that could be something to think about because that could make your cost cheaper. And I think that's why we're able to do it so cheap. For $99 is because we use Merge Fleet to do the verticals.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, and if you ever want to talk to Todd more about that stuff, just let me know.
Definitely. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. All right, let's see here. What we got from Victor. You have a question about availability. Okay. Most of the time, I am the one who has to book the shoot for the agent because they don't see the time they want, even though my schedule is open. I have missed a couple of shoots because of that. Um, so they're kind of wanting you. So Victor, I think you're telling me that like I'm on your page and I'm ordering and there's times coming up in tomorrow, but it's like noon and 2, and that doesn't work for me. And the next day the times don't work either. I think is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm having like a issue a lot of times that like I'll have an agent book for like let's say next week Tuesday at 10 a.m. and I don't have anything like conflicting that time schedule and it's not showing up. So a lot of
Okay,
the times the agent won't even book it or text me. They'll just go with somebody else.
okay. Yeah, I
So,
think there's some setting issues there, Victor. So if you're okay, I will go look at your settings and then
okay.
give you a call and we'll sort through that.
All right, yeah, because what I've done is I've actually on the questions page, the first question I put availability and I just tell them like an acknowledgement, like, hey, just if you don't see the time or date that you're
Yeah,
looking for, just text me at this number so I can avoid that. That's all I've been doing. But
yeah, there's a setting issue happening somewhere, dear. So we will
okay.
take a look at those. Hopefully, here in the next 35 minutes, I'll have you fixed up.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. No problem. Okay. Does anybody do 3 bundles and list the highest first, then a la carte is add-on? Okay, so Kim, we have plenty of clients that list high first. I've seen it. I've been helping set up clients since last June, and some wanted high first and some wanted low first. So again, what I could do is maybe go back and try to look at some performance reports from them and see what it looks like. I don't think there's anything wrong going either way. If you're trying to sell that biggest product first, put it first and see how it goes. Now, with a la cartes, why I don't like add-ons being there is think of it this way. Do you want somebody to book you for a $75 floor plan? Now, if you do and you're okay with that, go. But certain add-ons are truly just add-ons. Now, you will definitely have some a la carte options though. Just video by itself, maybe, or photography, or if you do a true twilight photography. I highly suggest all your drone packages standalone be higher price than add-on. So that's kind of where I'm at with the add-ons. Jason, the thought process is that people generally tend to choose the middle price package, but who really knows? LOL, I'm with you, Jason. And either way you go, the middle is the middle, right? If you go high or low or low or high, the middle's the middle. So yeah, absolutely. All right, Adam, go ahead.
Hi Shannon, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. My question is, I just am starting out. I actually just made my first dollar yesterday, so I'm super pumped up about it. Um, so thank you. As somebody that's starting out, should we leave like what I do is because I'm reaching out to so many agents, right? Just client acquisition. Um, should I leave my services like you were just saying, don't have the add-ons on the order page, but I use that for them to just look at everything I offer? Or should I just try to include that like in my portfolio and send that out?
Yeah, that my heart goes to create a nice quick flyer that just has some of your like a list of add-ons, that you could just easily send or market or drop off. It's going to serve you in multiple ways, right? Just create kind of that quick flyer. And then, with the add-ons of, talk about them, talk about what you do, as you're working with agents. I find it wow, they see the add-ons. They might not always look at them all the time. But you will do more by just pushing out there to them what you do and kind of telling them what you do and then letting them go to the order page than thinking they're going to go to the order page and figure it all out anyway. Like,
Got it.
because they might see something they want at the top and they're not going to scroll back down anyway. right? So
Mhm.
you're kind of, I always think the more you can pump out marketing perspective wise, make a nice, easy to read flyer, maybe you have 3 bundles that you market and then just list those add-ons that you have available or other products you do. Nice, clean, not too much on it, and then push that sucker out and drop it off to people.
Awesome. Thank you
Yeah,
very
and
much.
especially even think about it if you go to when you go to the listing, if the agent's there, then have some of those flyers in the car. Hey, just want to make sure you know everything I do. Here you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. Okay, Cameron, let's see. Oh, a la cartes in the add-on section. Let's ask. Kim, to clarify, were you wanting to know if you could do bundles only and then do an a la carte in the add-on section? Because I could have misunderstood that, and I apologize if I did. So we'll see here. Kim had no, a la carte is separate. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I would no as an add-on in the bundle. Okay, now I'm confused. Now I'm confusing myself. Your add-ons are always going to be your add-ons. So now some of those products could be standalone products too, I guess. But on your actual order page, I personally would not put any just blank add-ons. Now, here's another cool idea. I will put this out there. Some of our clients have made a like build your own bundle. So it like comes with video photo. Ooh, Cameron, that's exciting. Oh, that is super exciting. Hold on a second. Yes, build your own bundle. So you can kind of say, hey, this bundle has video and photo, and then you can pick 2 more items. Now, what you will have to do though is make those services that are going to go for those add-ons, because you have to make them at $0. And that it would be your make your own bundle add-on, right? And so maybe abbreviate that and put like drone. And then what they can do is you tell them, pick the next 2 on the add-ons. You can pick any of these add-on, any 2 of these add-ons to go onto your order. So we have some clients do this. The clients love it because they get that sense of control, right? They get to choose. So definitely, if you have any more questions, Kim, just shoot me an email. You guys, my email is just shannon@spiro.media. Very simple, SHANNON @spiro.media. So yeah, I love the build your own bundle. But Cameron, I am super excited for you for this sit down. Don't forget, I've got that document in our Facebook account. And if you just need me to email it to you too on kind of those needs analysis questions, those are there for you. I'm really excited for you. If you want to talk about it at all, let me know. I'll shoot you a call on Monday. But that is awesome. And you've got this. Just find out what they need and build it to what they need, and you will close that deal. So I love it. Oh my gosh. Yay. And Adam, you keep it going, buddy. You just keep reaching out to those agents. I promise you will build this nice and quick. So, all right, guys, any other questions before I let you go? And then I'm going to get with Victor and I'm going to get with Mr. Jason, right? So we'll get you guys all taken care of here and all set up. So let's see. Yes, I will email it to you. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Let me make sure I think I have that email for you. And when I do, I'll shoot you my number in there, Cameron, and you can just give me a call on Monday, maybe when you're driving or whatever. Just give me a ring. So perfect. Awesome, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this sucker up so the video can get done. And if I can get it uploaded to YouTube in time before I leave today, I will try to get that done. But sometimes those, they don't upload as fast as I'd like them to. So we'll see how much we get to. But it's my pleasure. Don't forget our next class, I think, is the 31st, March 31st. All those events are in our Facebook page, so get to those. We're also working on some other fun, just extra classes that Todd and I will do. We will have another great big update for you guys in April. And if you do have more questions about auto HDR, just let us know. We are working hard to answer questions, and I am still working on an FAQ for everybody. So Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your weekends. Everybody be safe that when you're driving out there. And if you are having some fun on Monday for St. Patty's Day, please be safe. Bye, guys.